everyone. Today we're talking about human design. We're talking about projectors, and this actually is relevant to all types because, as you will learn, every single human design type needs a projector in their life and someone that they recognize as an authority, someone that they look up to, someone that they see as a model. This is essential. So welcome in. I also have my son in the chat right now to answer any human design questions for you. He is an expert human design reader, and so he does readings for all types. And so he's here as well because I'm only going to be talking about projectors, and I wanted to make sure that you guys did have some support if there's other questions coming in. So let me quickly just talk about what is human design and what do I mean by a projector. So human design is this life-changing energy blueprint. It's a life blueprint. And before I found human design in 2020, I was never I never was like a girl that would be into like personality types or anything like that. You guys know I was never massively into astrology. Like, I recognize all of these things as useful, but it never really grabbed my attention. And then what happened was I believe this was 2020, might have been 2019, but around that time, I had a couple students show up in a group coaching container, and they were convinced that I was a projector. And I said, what the hell is a projector? And they said they had hired me because I was a projector, and I had no idea what in the world that meant. So I immediately went and asked them, what does that mean? Like, tell me more. And they sent me this link to go find out my type, and I dug up my birth time. I knew my birthday obviously, and I plugged it in there, and lo and behold, I was a projector. In fact, I was like, there was so much information on that chart that like made my head spin. So I went back to my students and I said, how did you know that I was a projector? I am a projector. I showed them my chart. And they said, because we can tell, like, you act like a projector, you live like a projector, you've built a business like a projector. And it left my head scratching. So I had one of my students do a reading for me, and she did a reading, and I mean, I was blown away. It was the most validating experience of my entire life. And so I drove in head first into human design. I was like, whatever this is, I need all of it. Like, I need all the things. And you guys already know how I am. When I study something, I freaking get the PhD in it. And that's another kind of projector thing, right? We are masters of our craft. So I studied everything I could find about human design, everything. And I started doing human design readings for a bit just so I could really help my clients and students really understand this better. But obviously, because of the large size of my audience and how many people I have in my community, I could not sustain that. And so eventually I ended up creating a human design course, which I have linked for you in the description box and in the chat. And so I created a course, I put all my information in there, and the last 4 years that I've been using this design, it has been a complete game changer for me, and also for understanding my family members, understanding my clients, understanding my friends. It's become a thing that anyone has a baby, any one of my friends or anyone has a baby, they immediately sent me the baby's like birthday and time of birth because they want me to pull their chart. So it's kind of been like this really fun way to understand. So projectors, what do we know about projectors? So projectors are the newest energy type, okay? I've got my notes over here. I'm going to run through them and then I'll share with you. Are there any projectors watching right now? Let us know in the chat if you are a projector or if you have a projector family member. And if you don't know, Armand, do you want to give them the Jovian link? Or you can search for, if you search for, find my human design type. Oh, we've got a lot. I'm a projector, yes. Manny Jen, Christian said. Oh, I love Manny Jen's. Projector, Kiki said projector. Okay, we've got a lot of projectors in my world, and I love that. Welcome in. My son and I are beautiful. So my middle son is also a projector. So not Armand, my other son, Ayan. My first son is a projector. He is 4. Manny Jen here, projector here. 1/4 splenic projector, reflector, hybrid. Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome in. 3/5 emotional projector. Awesome. I've got a lot of them in my community. I've got all types, but considering that only 20% of the population is a projector, it's kind of interesting how many are attracted towards my work. So they are the newest energy type, and they were brought on as a blueprint because something was missing. So in the 1700s is where the projector type started being brought into the planet, because it felt like there was something missing, and they were brought in to be the blueprint of a different type of life. So they were brought in around the 1700s mark. So if you are a projector, your alignment is a gift to humanity. Your alignment is a gift to humanity, and you are here to be a blueprint. So really, if you think about it, being a projector is like the lighthouse energy. You are very shiny, you are very bright, you are very sparkly, and people are, your people, not everyone, but your people are magnetically attracted towards you. Not because you're screaming, hey, look at me, not because you're like, you know, trying to do the most. It's because of just the light inside of you, because that's how you were designed. Okay, so a mistake that projectors often make is they tend to overgive and then feel like they're not being met with enough giving back to them. So I want you to understand that in the right circles, you will not have to overgive, because what the little bit you will give will be way more than what anyone can even receive. Because projectors have the ability to see things that other types cannot see at lightning speed. Because we were designed to serve humanity, we were created with this superhuman gift of being able to penetrate other people's aura, as long as that invitation is there. Obviously, you don't want to do this without the invitation. We can see things that other people cannot see. So when we are with family, friends, colleagues that recognize us, clients, what we can see in their energy and tell them, someone else might take an entire lifetime to figure out for them. It might take them decades of hardship, decades of like going through tough things to figure that out. We just naturally see it. And because we naturally see it, we sometimes assume that other people can see this too. They can't. They can't. It's just something that we were built in with, because we are here to serve humanity. It's a gift. So the thing that a projector needs to do is figure out what makes you feel successful, not what makes you conform to society's success. Remember, that's how the world was before we showed up. We're not here to do more of the same. That was already being done before God created us. We're here because we're here to change the blueprint into something different. What was not working, what was burning people out, what was creating disconnection in people, what was removing humanity from the soul is not working, and then we're created, right? So we are not like, oh, this is how everything is done, let me just do more of the same. That's not what's going to give us success. So doing things in your own way, creating your own blueprint, is what you need to do without seeking outside validation. You're here to help other people receive the validation that they need, not to receive validation. Do not fall into that trap. So the question to ask yourself is, how does success feel inside of me? What makes me feel successful? And the other bit of this is knowing your worth, because when a projector doesn't know their worth, they go in seeking that worth outside of themselves, and then they feel really burnt out, because we are here to be shiny, knowing our worth. We're not here to chase it, right? So here's how I can say it simply. Go into highly sought after energy, and not, I need to chase, I need to prove my worth. It's like, no, I am the freaking blueprint. I am the niche. I am the one. That's the energy that you need to embody and know, not pretend, but know. So the funny thing is that I've been teaching the whole you are the niche thing for years, and I recently found out from YouTube that YouTube now considers my name a niche. So the TheUniverseGuru brand and the name Mina Irfan is a niche on YouTube. So gaming is a niche, feminine energy is a niche, human design is a niche, Mina Irfan is a fucking niche on YouTube. That's what I mean. Being a projector, doing my own thing, defying the whatever, like people are like, this is not how you do it, this is how you do it. No, this is how Mina Irfan does it. Because Mina Irfan is the niche. She is the blueprint. This is how it's done. And then everyone starts doing it that way. And then it becomes a whole thing. That's what you're here to do in your own way. That doesn't mean that you follow my blueprint. It means you find, what does it mean for you to feel successful? Because we all have our own kind of flavor of what success feels like for us. Okay, let me move to the next page. When you do success your way, the people that have been assigned to you, so 20% are projectors, right? There's 80% of other types. Well, we're all, each projector is assigned our people. So the other types are supposed to go find their projector that's going to help them show a different way of living, of being, a different way of doing relationships, a different way of doing kids, a different way of doing business and lifestyle and health and all the things and spirituality. And how the other types will know that that's their projector is they're just going to be magnetically attracted towards that person, even when that person triggers them. Like I have someone in Kainat yesterday in office hours, we were talking. She said, Mina, when I found you, your first 3 or 4 videos really triggered me, but I couldn't stop watching. And a month and a half later, she's in Kainat, in my highest package that I have in group mentorship. That's what I mean. So it took her a couple of triggers, but I can't stop watching this woman. And then 1.5 months in, she's like, no, I'm not gonna start with her little course. I want the highest thing she's offering. That's the projector energy. Because she recognized me, she saw that I have something to share that will help her, and she was in. I didn't have to do anything, no sales call. I didn't even know she was in my world until she showed up in Kainat, in the highest package that I currently have. That's what I mean, okay? You also need to have really high standards for yourself and high boundaries, because we can see things in other people that they can't see, and without the invitation, we jump in and we try to help them, and they're not our people, so they're like, ew, why are you all up in my energy? Why are you all up in my business? And then we feel rejected because we need to be invited into sharing our gift. And if we give it without the invitation, we get really bitter. We feel really burnt out and we leak energy. Our energy is really precious. Literally, you're designed to be the star, the shiny, sparkly energy in the sky. That's like a North Star for people. They're like, oh, what's that star? Oh, what's that shiny energy? Let me see how I can be more in alignment. Let me see how I can be bright. So when you are out there trying to be, hey, I'm a shiny, bright star, I have things to tell you, because even people that are not assigned to us, that don't recognize us, we can still see where they need help. We see them struggling. So we're like, oh, okay, well, I'll just tell this person what they need to know. They don't want that information from us. They cannot see us as the authority that's going to lead them. So you must wait for the invitation. You must wait for them to recognize you, and then for them to invite you, and then you share. The other thing that we need to recognize as a projector is that we have 3 or 4 hours of working energy, magical energy in a day. We are very feminine in the way that our body is and our energy is, but we're very masculine in the way that we can penetrate other people's energy and know what they need help in, what they need to tweak. So when you're penetrating energy, aura meets, like, if you're trying to go into your masculine in your body, it's too much masculine energy. It burns you out really fast. So what you need to do is, in your body, in your experience, in your everyday life, you need to be super in your feminine energetics, and then save your masculine energetics for when people invite you. And so if you're designing your work life, think of 3 to 4 hours a day of work is like the sweet spot. And of course, some days you might be able to do more. Some days you're like, I'm not even gonna work for an hour today. That's how my entire business has been created. That's how without knowing human design, back when I had my real estate business, that's how it was. There would be days where I would be super energetic and I could work like all day. And then there would be other days where my clients would be calling me and I would be like, oh my God, leave me alone. Get off of me. Like, I'm not working today. Like, today is a no work day. Like, today is a magical day. Today is a shopping day. Today is a resting day, where I'm just like nourishing myself and being in my feminine energetics. And so think of that ideal workflow for you. Now, the other thing that you need to know as a projector is your energy, it's like a wave. It like ebbs and flows. We don't have the generator like go, 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 go energy. We don't have the Manny Gen like Energizer Bunny energy. We have like this kind of, think of like the ocean. Think of the river. Think of the flow of the water. That's how our energy is. It comes in waves. And what this feels like in your experience is, it's not like I'm working and then crash. If you're doing that, babe, you're already burnt out. That's not good. Anytime you do whoop, boom, with any type, that's not pretty. That's not cool. You are really playing with your health, and that's something that we need to get you out of, because that is not cool. That's like autoimmune. That's like adrenal fatigue. That's like trouble. What it feels like in the experience of the projector, and manifestors feel it similarly as well. So if you're a manifestor, not a Manny Gen, but just a manifestor, this is how it's all going to feel too. It's going to feel like a woo, la la la, coming down. So when you're coming down of your, like, you'll see it. You're going to be like, work, 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 wee, I'm having so much fun, wee, coming down. So when you're coming down, that's the invitation of like more feminine. Okay, that's where we go into our feminine energetics. That's when we trust that everything that we have put in place is working. It's already calling in the right people. Like, it's like a beacon of light that goes out. You're the lighthouse. It's like you're resting now. You're not like, hey, I'm the lighthouse. No, you're resting, but your beacon of light that's flowing from you, it's still calling the ships. It's still calling people in. Okay? So when I'm in my wee, I'm coming down energy, that's when it's like I've turned everything off and I'm just like massively in play. And I have play rooted in my life every day. Like, my work is also my play, but in that mode, I'm just kind of like in my peacock energy. So that's when I'll be in bed and I'll post like a little something on Instagram. It's like a little something, like a little celebration. And then the people that are like, oh, the beacon of light, that's the lighthouse. Oh, that's what I needed right now. I thought I was drowning, but there's the light. They'll just see that as an invitation. They'll see that as, oh, that's who I need. I need to go. I need some Mina energy. She's gonna pull me out of this drowning energy that I'm in. So because we are literally designed to serve others, we cannot be following others. We cannot be copying others. We cannot be adopting their blueprint. We have our own blueprint, and we're using their blueprint as a reminder that we as projectors are here to create our own blueprint for other people, our people. And not the wrong people, the right people that already see us as the authority. So what this doesn't mean is for you to go and like convince people that you are the authority. You already are the authority for your people. People saw me as an authority, as a leader, way before I could even see it in myself. Not the wrong people. Some people will never see it because they're not assigned to me. They're assigned to their own projector, someone else. Okay, so let me see what you're saying before I continue talking. Yes, I have noticed this, that when I'm in rest mode, clients flow. Yep. Your shine is the brightest, your light is the brightest when you are in that rest, playful, feminine energetics. The internet is like the biggest gift for projectors. I mean, for everyone, but especially for projectors, because it makes us so much more efficient. So we need to be really smart with our energy. So when we do have that peak of energy, use it to put in systems in place. Use it to put in things where for the same amount of effort you can serve, 40,000 people, then, if you were like hand delivering something. I love the freaking internet. It has changed my life. I can serve humanity. I can sit on my purple pillow, share my light without having to do extra work, because even this live stream, thousands of people will see the same live stream and I only had to do it once. Yeah. I am a generator, but I resonate more with what is written about projectors. I get burned out very quickly. I can't do 9 to 5. And as a profile, I'm the omniscient teach. So the reason is because everyone will be resonating to how projectors do their work, because the projectors were designed to bring change on the planet. So that's the point of our existence. Our point is to show you how you've been doing things and how the new world order is going to do things. So your point isn't like, I'm a generator, I see how you do it, I love it, but I'm still gonna do it the way that where I feel burnt out. No, it's like, no, projectors were designed to show you that there gets to be feminine energetics involved in your life. Yeah. Can a projector have a projector partner? Well, yeah, you're legally allowed to marry anyone you want. So yes, you can have any partner that you desire. Yeah. Now, one myth that I want to really burst through is people, when I first found human design through my clients, when I was reading up on it online, I was like finding things where people were like, oh, as a projector, you can't be married. I was like, oh, WTF, like I'm already married. Oh, as a projector, you can't have kids. I'm like, huh? What? Why would God create a blueprint for humanity and say, don't get married and don't have kids, and then like society dies? Like that does not make sense from an evolutionary perspective. Like it doesn't make sense. Like if God wanted to end humanity, he would have just like dropped an asteroid or something. This is not how we would go down. So I'm like, what the F is this? And that's where my projector powers really kicked in, because I'm like, these people are crazy. They're like using this to instill more like limiting beliefs into people. Like that makes no sense. You know how some people just have that wah 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 energy that they have to like ruin everything and take everything and take out the worst of it and like ruin humanity? Those people, yeah, we're not those people. We're not doing that shit. So no, you absolutely are here to be a blueprint. And because of that, if your level of success means you have a family, you need to have a family. If your level of success means you want to have children, you need to have children, because you're literally giving people a blueprint. So if that's what success means to you and you refuse to do the thing, how are you supposed to be the blueprint to your people? How are you ever supposed to be the blueprint when you won't even allow you to have the thing that will guide your people? It won't work. So you're not here to do marriage like other people, truth. You're not here to do parenting like other people, truth. But that doesn't mean you can't have a family. So let's just crush that right then and there. When it comes to my marriage, I've created the entire, like, look at the thousands of people that now follow my marriage blueprint. I like changed the future of humanity through my marriage. I can't tell you how many women have written in saying, Mina, I never in a million years thought I was gonna have kids, but seeing how you are with your kids made me wanna have kids. Now I'm pregnant, now I have my baby. Like, thousands of women have written in saying that to me. Did I tell them to have babies? No. Did I say everyone should have a baby? No. What did I do? I just showed up having my babies. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to do. That's it. Somehow I wasn't even like, look at how I parent. I didn't even know people were noticing. I don't even talk about parenting a lot. People just noticed. I don't even know, it wasn't even on my mind for people to notice. I wasn't like, oh, let me show them how they parent. Nope, it didn't even cross my mind. I was over here doing other things, and people somehow noticed that I parent differently, that I have different beliefs around parenting, and then they wanted to be parents. That is the projector way. That is your magic. That is what makes you shine bright. That's what makes you sparkly. Okay, so I'm gonna invite you guys, if you want to learn more, I have an entire course on human design. So Arman and I have created this course together. So the first half of it is my blueprint on human. I'll teach you how to read your chart. I'll teach you about all the types. And then Arman has put, how many is it, Arman? Like 18, 19 transmissions in there, audio recordings. And with his like really potent, you know, his like voice vibration is so potent. I get so many messages about that. So we created this course together for you guys that you can get. It's digital, you can study it. The second thing I have for you guys is Arman actually is an expert human design reader. I mean, even beyond anything I can tell you guys, he's so good. Like 90% of clients end up crying on the call. Like they're just so moved. So I'll throw his human design reading as well. You can just book through his website. It is self-paced. You have lifetime access to the course, and you can take a year taking the course, you can take a day, it doesn't matter. You'll find all the modules listed on the sales page. Let me make sure that is correct. I opened up the curriculum view, so that way you can scroll down and see. Do I have that? No, I don't have that. Oops. But there's, I listed out the modules, I believe. Yes. So there's 6 lessons from me. There's, the lessons are listed out, and then there's about 18 transmissions from Arman. And we have a second course that teaches you how to become a human design reader, if that's what you want. But I would recommend, if you just want to learn how to read for yourself and your family, then this course is going to be better for you, not if you're trying to do it professionally. Yeah, and that's another thing. I've like, since I've learned human design, I have customized my parenting based on my children's design. So I have 2 generator children, and I have 1 projector son, and they're very different. My husband is also a generator. Best course for when you are trying to break from the Barbie stage. I would love to make my own courses, but I want to embody more relaxation and have my own business helping women. So babe, it depends on if you're looking for a business course or not. Let me answer your first question first. So to break out of the Barbie stage, the best course for that is called the $1 Million Babe course. Oops, let me grab that link. It might be in the chat, in the description. Let me check real quick. It is not in the description. Okay, what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna go and get that for you guys. I have like all my courses listed out in yes, courses by stages and everything, let me go ahead and drop that in the description for you. That's going to be the best way for you to grab it. That way, even the people watching later on, you can have access to it. Okay, so babes, if you see in the description now, oopsie. Okay, you should be able to see all my courses listed by stages, and also like relationship courses, like that, like broken down. And I will give you my $1 Million Babe course in the chat. There's so much in there, so many transmissions in there for you to work through. Babe, I already received, so this course is normally $777, and for this live stream, I've taken off $333 off of it. So it's already very discounted. I just took off $333 off of it before even giving you guys the link. There is an error in the link. For me, it's working. I think sometimes the pin links, there's an error, so error, go and grab it from the description box. Sometimes the pin ones do that. I don't know why. Let me see what you guys are saying. So let me say this. For projectors, because our masculine energy is also kind of built into how we're able to pierce through other people's aura and see what they need to work on, what they could tweak. We don't have to be overly masculine in our work or in our embodiment because it's kind of like already there. So that's why, especially for projectors, really leaning into our feminine energetics is important, because the masculine part is like already there by design. It's already defaulting there. That is really strange. Brianna, thank you for letting me know that. Are you able to click from the description? If someone can test that out for me, that are they working from the description? Because then I won't even bother putting them in the chat. What I'll do is they're already in the description, but I'll put them in the chat, like the comments, and I'll pin it, because I always pin my comment with the links to the top. But if someone can check if they're working from the description. They're not working from the description either? That is really weird, because they're working for me, huh? Grace said it is clickable. Okay. Yeah, that is unfortunate, but I trust that you guys will find it. Even on my website, if you go on my website, I have them with categories, so it's pretty easy to find. Okay, I'll make sure that I pin it. Great. Yeah, I'm gonna trust that those of you guys that really need to find it, you will find it. Yeah, that's weird. I had no idea that they had changed the format. That is super annoying, for sure. So when projectors are out of alignment, we go into bitter energy, and that's when the light in our lighthouse goes dim. It's when the people that need to be able to see us in the night, they can't see us anymore. They can't see us in their dark times when they need guidance. The right people, they're not going to see it because you're over here being bitter about the wrong people. So that is definitely something that we're going to have to cut out. Any other questions coming up for you about being a projector, about anything I said? I think what's been useful for me, and I'm not saying this is good for everyone, you need to decide for yourself, is I have a generator husband, and I've been able to use my feminine energetics to create the type of marriage and create the type of lifestyle and create the type of business that gives me the most freedom to ride out my projector waves, to ride out those energies. When I'm very energetic, I can be putting in the systems, working more, doing the things I want to do, the life of the party moment, and then it's like, okay, now I'm going back down, and then I also have a life that in the same day I can switch. In the same day I can totally go into like everything is working on its own, everything gets to run itself. I'm just here laying by the pool. I'm just here playing with my family. I'm just here watching whatever I want to watch, doing whatever I want to watch. So really think about leveraging, especially social media, leveraging systems, leveraging AI, leveraging feminine and masculine energetics to really create that life where you can tip in and tip out. Dip in and dip out has been just the most beautiful experience for me. Okay, so here's what I want you to realize. So I'm going to read the question first. I don't have a marriage, so I have to be a provider too. So I didn't always have a marriage, right? So what we want to do is we want to break through the limitation. A lot of us have been trained to find the thing that's going to limit us instead of finding the hell yes. Okay, so what's the way that you can leverage everything God has given us? Notice that when God created us, the newest type, also technology evolved real quick. Things became really easier. There's like washing machines and there's cars, right? There's social media, there's AI. That is not a coincidence. It's because we are here to be efficient. We're here to show people how to use less energy to create more. How to not be leaking energy. How to not make things more difficult than they need to be. So when projectors showed up, technology showed up. When projectors showed up, everything sped up at lightning speeds. That is not a coincidence. So you're here to notice the ways in which you will not only be efficient for yourself, but you will help other people be more efficient with their energy. Because what was happening before projectors were here is that people were exerting way more energy than needed to be. And then they were getting burnt out and they were like, I'm doing all this work and I have nothing to show for it. I'm working so hard and at night I'm exhausted. I'm working so hard and I have no family to like enjoy it with. I have no pleasure in my life. So with our creation, there was this speeding up of technology, of resources, of the internet, of everything. And so that's what you're here to leverage. You're not here to do the new things with the same old energy. That's not what you're here to do. You're not here to copy the generator way. We're trying to help them realize that there's more fun in life. There's more joy in life. There's more feminine energetics in life. Use less energy to create more. Yes. 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 I love that. Being efficient is the best. Saving energy and increasing results is amazing. Yes, and we now have manifested the technology to be efficient. So projectors are the technology to show people, to model it, and then we have to use that technology. We can't be like, I'm going to show you until I die and burn myself out, because that's not what's going to make our light bright. That's not what's going to make us shiny and sparkly. Yeah? What's the course to study human design, your own human design? It's called the Human Design course. The link is the first link in the description box. I'm being told that the links are not clickable for you guys. I will drop it in the chat, but apparently you guys can't click it. So you can also find it on my website, is TheUniverseGuru.com. And I have courses by categories in there. Yeah. Another course that kind of gives you Armand's transmissions about human design is the Money Come to Me, and that is also at a cheaper price point. So if you are like, oh, I just want Armand's transmissions, I have a transmission in there, but it's not about human design, it's about money. It's about the 99% realm, but that's another option for you if you are on a budget. How are you able to sustain your one-to-one clients as a projector? So I only take on 2 to 3 private clients at a time, because I don't really find myself the most efficient in that energy. Obviously, like, I can go really deep with one person, but I can't do that a lot. So I don't do a lot of one-to-one work. I currently have like 3 clients, private clients, let me think. Yeah, 3 private clients. Once their containers are up, and if they don't renew, that's why I haven't launched private coaching in ages, because they keep renewing. If someone is like, I feel whole and complete, I'm not renewing, then I open up a spot. So I do group coaching. Kainat is my group mentorship, because I'm more efficient that way. Because I can give people my digital courses, show up twice a month in the group mentorship. And remember that a projector can, like, just with one little thing tell you something that would have taken you a decade to figure out. That's our gift. And we don't even have to tell you a lot of times, because us doing something our way is already the transmission a lot of times. For Kainat students, it will be available when we get to the inner alchemy portion. Right now, there's already so many courses in Kainat, $25,000 worth. I don't want to overwhelm that container, because sometimes too much can feel too much. So when we get to the inner alchemy, I'm going to have Armand do a couple of transmissions in there as well, and then you guys will have access. Right now in Kainat, I've opened up all of the entrepreneur courses and all of the relationship courses, except for the wifed one, which I'm going to teach live on February 14th. It's going to start on February 14th. Yeah. One-to-one for projectors, it might not be the most efficient, but you want to give your VIP clients that option. So I have like a higher price point for that, and I only take a couple of clients at a time. Thank you. Sometimes I feel like I have to have everything completely in balance to be able to share anything. But I've watched how you have grown by just sharing from where you are. Yes. Because remember, we are literally the blueprint. So we're just saying, hey, this is how I do it. That's enough. Me modeling how I navigate my marriage, how I navigate my business, my children, my health, the way I dress, the way I shop, the way I do my business. That's it. That's it. It's the peacock method, right? Like, it's like, hey, this is how I do it. Now, someone can take bits and pieces from that. Someone can take the whole thing, be like, yes, that's the answer I was looking for. Someone can be inspired by that. It's not my job to dictate how they're gonna do it. It's just like, this is how I do it. This is how I do it in my feminine energetics. That's it. That's the transmission. Bina, OMG, I'm so glad I caught this live. Yesterday, I was affirming myself, invitations are always flowing to me. Yes, 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 yes. Put yourself in the right energy. Put yourself in the right rooms. So for me, the right room means people come to me. I've created this little portion of the internet, this little portion of my Instagram and my YouTube channel. People come to me. I send out that beacon of light, and one way or another, they find me. I'm not worried about growing my audience. I'm not worried about getting millions of views. I'm not worried about XYZ. It's like, here I am, sitting on my purple pillow. This is my marriage. This is my kids. This is how I dress. This is how I shop. This is how I do my business. The invitation is my light. That's how I send out the invitation. And then people are like, oh, I want that. That's the lifestyle I want. That's the marriage I want. And then it's like, they have the courses, they have the group container, they have private coaching when that's available. That's it. That's my job. That's what I have to do. I manage my energy. I keep myself in my flow. I keep myself in my projector power. I eat delicious foods. I have fun with my family. I shop for nice things. I show up showing all the things. That's it. Yes, the silent Buddha. Oh my God, Fiona, you nailed it. Ah, that's it. The Buddha babe. The Buddha babe energy is what I've called it in courses previously. That's it. I don't have to dance on TikTok for that unless I feel like dancing and that gets caught up on camera, then yes. I don't have to do anything in a way that doesn't feel like nourishing to my soul. That's not me being the blueprint. That's me copying all the distortions that already exist. I feel like projectors attract a lot of jealousy because we naturally understand how to make our lives easier. I think any woman living her best life will attract jealousy. That it's the truth. Because a lot of women are not in their power and they don't know how to metabolize inspiration. So for me, the entire world is my catalog. Just like Neiman Marcus sends me their big VIP catalog every time it's launched, the entire world is a catalog that God has given me. So everything is simply there for my entertainment. It's there for my inspiration. I know how to metabolize inspiration. So there's no such thing as jealousy in my world. It's like, ooh, I want some of that. Okay, how do I incorporate that into my life? Ooh, that looks pretty. I bet it looked really good on me. I want that. That's how we roll, women of power, right? But there's some people, they don't see their power. All they know how to do is they swallow inspiration and it turns into, it's like an autoimmune disease. They swallow inspiration, it turns into jealousy in their body. It's like cancerous. Yeah? Finding a projector that was my age, married with children, and a boss fish was all the invitation I needed. Yes, Kiki. That's why she's like, I'm in kainat. Like whatever I'm doing, she's there. She knows how to surround herself with people that are gonna keep her in check. Because here's the thing, projectors, remember how I said we can see everything about other people? One of the sad things about us is that we can't always see our own light because we are the lighthouse. So it's like we're like, wait a minute, am I shiny? Like, where's the mirror? So we also need other projectors in our life that are like, girl, no, I got you. You're shiny too. You've got your light too. So we need other projectors in our life as well, or at least other types that recognize us enough to tell us who we are, show us, until we can see that in ourselves. All my best relationships are with projectors like me. Interesting, Noor. All my best relationships are with people that recognize me, that see me as the light, that see my shininess, that see my bright light. So anyone that can see you and recognize you, that's your people. People that are like, why do you get to make all the money? Why do you stay away from those people? Those are not your people. They have not been assigned to you. And because you can't see yourself, being with them will confuse you. It's gonna put doubt in your mind. Especially as a lot of projectors, we have a lot of open centers and we can take other people's energy and amplify it. We wanna be careful. We want to be careful. The reading is separate. It's not included in the course. If you're only going to get one, I would start with the course because the course might show you just how to read your own chart and you might not need the reading. Or if you're like, no, I'm a do it for me type of girl. I just want to relax into my feminine. I don't want to have to read this myself. I want to be treated, then get the reading. Because Armand and I have put everything that will help you do your own reading in the course. But of course, some people are like, no. There's people that have bought 7 or 8 readings with Armand. Because they're like, we want to hear the next bit. We want more. So it just depends on your personality type and your mood. I'm very moody with stuff like that. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to talk to anyone. I want to just do self-paced. I don't want to know anyone. I don't want to do anything. And sometimes I'm like, no, I'm a queen. Tell me all the things. Do the reading for me. What's your vibe at the moment? What are you feeling? Yes. It is currently $333 off the price. And for US residents, we have Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay available at checkout for buy now, pay later as well. Yeah. Yep, there's no such thing as right or wrong. There's only like what feels really aligned for me right now. So his reading is linked in the description box. If you want to hear Armand's voice but not do the reading, his transmissions are also in the course. Grace, I haven't decided. I do a lot of things intuitively. I haven't decided yet. That's part of my blueprint. I'm very, very intuition led. Yeah. I have the Basic Babe and Nervous System course. Will you have a live stream to answer questions about nervous system content? So Babe, that's in my Kainat. Those are what you've purchased are self-study courses. So those will not have group coaching or anything like that. That's why they're priced the way that they are, because they're self-study. If you want more group stuff with me, that would be in Kainat. And by the way, guys, Kainat is going up in price. I think there's 3 days left. For those of you guys that are considering it, it's still like the most amazing deal ever, because you get 4 different semesters from me of really deep study from a really embodied, successful 8-figure creator. And not that 8 figures is the only success. Like, I've literally cracked the code of every success humanly possible. That's my blueprint. Success in marriage, success in spirituality, success in parenting, success in how I feel in my body, success in attracting the right clients, having like die-hard female friendships, success in literally everything. My dream house, yes, check. My dream cars, got them. My dream bank account, done. Because I'm here to show humanity that there is a formula that you can follow of alignment, and you don't have to pick and choose of, oh, I have the relationship so I can't have money. I have money so I guess I'll be by myself. No. God created me to show you that you're literally designed to have it all. You are designed to have it all. God never has put limitations on you. Humanity has convinced you that there has to be limitations. So Kainat is going to be the best place to have the most closest proximity to my energy. Yeah. Absolutely. And you having it all is a gift to humanity as well, because other people, even if you think no one's watching, people are watching. Before I was on YouTube, now I'm not even talking about on YouTube or social media. Before social media existed, people were watching me. People were copying me. People were seeing me as inspiration. People are like, oh, Mina does this, I want to do this. Mina does this way, I want to do it. It's not even like, oh, people are watching me because I'm a content creator. No, we're designed to be sparkly. People were noticing me even when I was like at the worst points in my life. People were watching me. People were noticing me. That is the projector energy. Oh my God, that feels so good. I have, someone said I have 111K followers on Instagram. Divine alignment, love that. Yes. I have actually noticed that, Mina, people really do watch you and you don't even know. They just see you. It's like, it's a frequency. Really, I want you to understand, it's like this unique, like light that comes through your soul. It's like this unique it factor. You don't have to do anything for it. It just exists. It just is. Yeah. I am an emotional projector. So someone asked, and do not send me down that road. Oh my God. So I absolutely freaking love being a projector. I love it. Like, I'm like, thank you, God. It's like such a thank you, yes, in my soul. What I struggle with is being an emotional authority. And Armand, this is correct, right? That most of the biggest portion of the world is an emotional authority? You were telling me that, right? I wasn't aware of this, but Armand had told me that the biggest chunk are emotional authorities. Okay, that is what I struggle with. Because when you have a projector that's already doing this with their energy, and then you add on the emotional authority, I'm just like, why? Why? So Armand said that is correct. The emotional authority is not one that I love. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm going to be really transparent and honest with you. So all 5 of us, my family, my husband, myself, and my 3 kids, we're all emotional authority. I don't love this authority. Forgive me, God, but I don't love this authority. This authority is really tricky because you have these emotional waves where you'll wake up one day and you'll love something, and the next day you hate it. And the next day you love it again. And the 3rd day you're indifferent to it. And the 4th day you hate it again. And you're like, oh my God. And this can create a lot of problems if you're not aware, because I see other people doing this, where I actually have some mentors that I'm watching currently doing this, and I'm like, oh no. Where they will build something extraordinary, and then burn the whole thing down the next day. And then the 3rd day wake up and try to like re-put it together. Like they're like trying to blow out the fire. And it's like, oh my God, the remnants. And then they'll try to piece it back together. And then they'll get it to a certain point, and then they'll burn the whole thing down again. So emotional authorities are very, very tricky. You want to make sure that you're able to ride the wave of highs and lows of your emotions. That's why that nervous system work, oh my God, it's so important. Because otherwise you are going to love the man you're dating 1 minute, be triggered by him the 2nd minute, hate him the 3rd day, say, oh no, why did I ruin this? You're going to be like, why am I a freaking hot mess? Because you are an emotional authority. And so what we want to learn to do, which is, it's hard. I'm going to be the first to admit I have struggled with this. As much as I love being a projector, and I'm like, yes, that's my jam, I get it. I'm just like, God, could you have not made me a different type than the emotional authority? That is really tough, because now you are not only managing the waves of energy, you're also managing the waves of emotions. So the trick is to be able to regulate your nervous system and find that calm in the emotional storm, and then say, what's the answer now? So that you are not crazy, burning shit down every 2 minutes. And then people that are following you are like, wait, are we doing this? Are we not doing this? Oh, she's doing this again. Oh no, she's not. Oh. She seems to be a little confused. Because now they don't have a blueprint to follow. They're just left scratching their heads. And this can happen with us emotional authorities, and that's the biggest chunk. Armand, do you know how much? Do we have a percentage or no? Yeah, it's like really this like emotional wave, and then you feel like you can't make up your mind. I'm a projector and emotional authority too. That's why I resonate so much. OMG. So if you're any type and you have an emotional authority, you need to find your center, your calm, and not let those emotions drag you through the mud, because they will if you allow it. They will. Oh, intuitive said I'm a mental projector and my authority is soundboarding. Honestly, I think I would have preferred that or any other authority. Because I'm like, oh, not only if you're managing the waves of energy, you're now managing the waves of emotion. And I've gotten better and better and better at it. I don't still see myself as perfect at it. It's a work in progress. But that is something you're gonna have to learn to work through. What's helped me the most has been the nervous system regulation work. I've tried lots of other things, and that's helped me the most. So my nervous system course is also linked in the description box. I trust that you'll be able to find all the links. 50 to 53% are emotional authority. Yeah, oh my goodness. And as you can imagine, all 5 of us, my immediate family, were all emotional authority. So yeah, that's a lot of emotions. That is a lot of emotions. It's 11:11 right now. Yay! Make a wish. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that's almost half of humanity. And does that make sense now why the world is like so, doesn't it feel like the world is overly emotional? It's 111 watching and at 11:11. Oh my God. It was exactly 111 people watching at 11:11. I love that. I'm splenic. Being a splenic reminds me of being a deer. Oh my God, that is hilarious. So my second authority is splenic. My first one is emotional. And yeah, don't be jealous of the emotional authority, because that's not my jam. I do nervous system regulation work and lean on my splenic authority a lot more. That's why even though I'm an emotional authority, you guys see me making decisions fast. It's because I'm like, okay, I need to like lean into my splenic, and the way I can do that is do nervous system regulation work to get the emotional authority to calm the F down. Otherwise, it will make you as crazy as the rest of the world, and then you're no longer the blueprint. You're just as crazy as everyone else. Yeah. LOL, this is why I'm struggling with my life goals. Oh my goodness, are you an emotional too? I love all the little deer signs. My biggest mistake is telling everyone what I'm about to do when I get an idea, because the next day or two my plans completely change. Yeah. So this is a very much an emotional authority thing, Armand. And I've struggled with that too. Even in the same day, I'll wake up and I'll tell the kids, we're doing this and this today. And then 2 minutes later, I'm like, no, I don't really want to do that. And now I've told the kids and they're like, yes, we're doing that. And I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do that. So I think like moving in silence needs to be like our mantra, especially if we're emotional authority. I get inspired and then just want to give up and move into the next thing. A lot of manifestors do that. That's a very manifesting thing, isn't it? The manifesting type. Yeah. Oh, we have a manifestor. So Armand has transmissions about the manifesting type in the Human Design course as well. Otherwise, Goddess, you can do a reading with him. We have a lot of options for you. Yeah, move in silence. So if you change your mind, you don't have to like backtrack with too many people. Unfortunately, I have to seclude myself, otherwise I lose myself around other people. So Jasmine, what we want to work on is strengthening our inner authority. Otherwise, that's something I had to do a lot too. I needed a lot of alone time because I would like lose myself in front of other like people's energies, and that doesn't happen to me anymore. I don't need nearly as much alone time or detoxing time as I used to because of the nervous system work. Because your inner authority, your true power, I talk about this in the nervous system reboot, is strong, then you can be with other people's energies, other people's ideas, other people's feels without losing yourself in it. So that's what I would recommend. All of you guys, whatever you're struggling with, when you tell me that, I immediately know what work you need. Whether you need nervous system work, whether you need feminine energetics work, whether you need a reading with Armand. That's like the projector gift. I can just penetrate that aura and immediately know. Yes, I never announce my plans now. I just show people what I do follow through with. Yes, because otherwise, if you are an emotional authority, you need to learn to keep your mouth shut, because you're going to be riding those waves, and then they're kind of like, I thought you said we're doing this. My husband is a Manny Gen with emotional authority. Oh my God, he's all over the place at all times. Now it makes sense. Yeah, the emotional authority. Sometimes I'm like, ah. But again, that nervous system regulation work, God sent. Because then you're like, you're here in your true power, and then here's the emotions, and you're not like being dragged by them, if that makes sense. Yeah, exactly. So Armand, we need to move in silence definitely a lot more. That's something I've really struggled with too, because I get overly excited and I want to tell the whole world. And then I'm like, oh, I'm not excited about it the next day. That's why if you are an emotional authority projector and someone makes you an invitation, just because they're making an invitation doesn't mean you need to jump at it. You need to give yourself time. You need space. You need to back away. You need to say, thank you for this invitation. I'll get back to you. Because you need to make sure that tomorrow you're just as excited as you were today. You need to find that like calm, that centered energy to make a decision. And the reason I can do that without needing as much time as other people is because of the nervous system work, the somatic work, all of the inner work that I've done, is that I'm like, okay, I'm feeling emotions, but what do I really feel underneath this storm of emotions? And that's taken a lot of practice, for sure. A lot of practice there. Still working on it. Yeah. Someone was saying something about being bipolar, that remember that everything exists on a spectrum and on a continuum, right? So bipolar is a very serious disorder that's like diagnosed professionally, right? But that's like one end of the spectrum. Emotional authorities will be somewhere there, right? They're not over there where they need medical intervention, but they're somewhere on the spectrum where they appear to be changing their mind all the time. And it's because their emotions change so quickly. So that's where that nervous system regulation work really does step in. And I'll make sure I link all the course links in the first comment too, but they're all in the chat for you. I'm sorry, all in the description box for you. If people drain you, that's an invitation, Jasmine, to strengthen your nervous system. Yeah, that used to be me. Like, so you said something about that people around you aren't ambitious. That has nothing to do with you. That should not drain you. That's not normal. That's like out of alignment, right? And that used to be me, so I can really understand this. But now that I know how to ground myself and I'm the strongest nervous system in the room, people can show up in whatever energy, in whatever emotions. It doesn't ruin my alignment. So what your nervous system is telling you is that that's your next work. The nervous system reboot is the next thing you need to do. That's what you're being called into. Because if we're here to lead people, we're here to be the blueprint. We can't be like losing ourselves just because someone else sneezed. That person is in a mission. Oh no, now I'm drained. Like imagine what kind of life would you be? What kind of a leader would you be if someone else's lack of ambition drained you? That's really something that we need to work on. And I've had to work on that too, because everyone used to drain me. Then I'm like, well, who the hell am I? I'm just like, people just drain, like everyone else decides who I am in the moment. No, that is not okay. That is not okay with me. Yeah. Oh yes, when you become the strongest nervous system work, Roxy, you help regulate other people because we co-regulate as a species. And right now, I don't know if you guys are noticing with the world events and everything that's happening, there's more people with dysregulated nervous systems than people with regulated nervous systems is what I'm seeing. So we really need to show up in our power and be able to hold our own nervous system. Yeah. Yeah, like otherwise it's like you are just like a collection of what everyone else's emotions are. No, we're not doing that. That's like not worth a life worth living to me. I'm like, no. Like that's gross to me that other people used to drain me. Like hell no, they don't get to decide who I'm gonna be. No, we're not doing that. We need to hold our own true power. And I teach you in the course, the 3-week nervous system one, your true power. What does that mean? I used to be drained around non-ambitious people, but it's because I was trying to motivate them. Now I just let them be and they don't drain me. Yeah, now you're just like, this is who I am, and everyone's allowed to be who they are. I don't have to motivate other people unless they're seeing me as an authority. There is an invitation. It's accepted by both parties, and then let's play. Yeah. You don't have to carry people on your back. It's that yesterday I posted a video about with you, without you energy. Like, this is what I'm here to do in my life, with you or without you. Love you. It's not coming from a place of hate, but it's like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm here to do. This is what God designed me to do. I'm here to live a beautiful life experience. I'm here to have a romantic relationship for the rest of my life. I'm here to have a beautiful friendship with my children. I'm here to live in my Barbie dream house, which this is what I call my house. It's Barbie's dream house. I'm here to drive my luxurious car, whatever feels the best for me. I'm here to dress the way I want to. I'm here to leave the way I want to. I'm going to do business the way I want to. I'm going to have my website the way I want to. I'm going to break all the rules. By the way, when I started my career on YouTube, every single person and their brother and their mother was telling me I was doing it the wrong way. They're all doing it the my way now. All of them. Even if they don't know me, they're now basically teaching the way I've always been doing it. So you are the change maker. You're the leader. You go first. You always will go first, and you're going to have the leadership skills to say this is how it's done, regardless of what anyone else is saying, because I am the entire blueprint. I'm the blueprint. I am the one. Yeah. How do you advise your generator daughter differently than your generator son? So that's feminine and masculine energetics, right? Like, that's like all my work. Women are different, men are different, and that, like, watch any of my videos on feminine and masculine energetics and you'll see that. Alina needs to learn how to be the woman that she is, and Arman and Ayan are the men that they are. Right? Masculine, feminine energetics. Yeah. That with or without you energy is a whole word. Yes. And to be able to do it with our heart open. Yeah. So it's not like F off energy. It's like, I'm doing this. You're welcome to join me, but I also love you if you don't. Yeah. Love your content as a 19-year-old from a traditional Eastern European family. You're also the same age as my mom, so now I can feel like I have to. Thank you for your work. Oh my goodness, Maria, you're the same age as my oldest son as well. So I fully receive that. That means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you. How do you continue to stay feminine when other women start nasty rumors about you? So to me, it's like there is a level of consciousness that's really attracted to rumors and gossip, and it's the lowest like vibration. It's the lowest consciousness. So how I see it is, I see it as like bug spray. I see it as like a cleansing mechanism. So let's say that women were gonna come into my world and they were like lower vibration women. They were like lower consciousness women, and they were gonna do gossip and they were gonna do all this thing. And I'm like, I need the exterminator to come in and take away these peeps. I don't need them in my world. Well, then let's say a woman comes in and she's like saying nasty things about me and gossiping. All these women will run to her because like attracts like, right? So that woman was like a woman, like imagine it like a free exterminator, free bug spray. So she's someone that cleans out the trash. She's like a garbage collector for me. So she comes in and she's like, Mina's da 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 da, Mina's awful. All the trash, all the lower consciousness, all the gossipy people will run to them. And I'm like, now we're left with higher consciousness beings that are gonna wanna have conversations at my level. Because I like to go deep. I like to talk about things that will really move humanity. I'd rather have deep conversations with one person than shallow conversations with a million people. That's just me. So once in a while, like trash will collect, lower consciousness will collect, and those people will start pulling on your energy, but they're not at your level. Let those people go. And how you let them go is you hope that there's some people that will be the lighthouse for those people. People who love gossip love people who gossip. So they weren't meant for me anyways, because I don't do that shit. I talk about deep things. So you call, it's like you're like, oh my god, there's mosquitoes, I need someone to spray mosquito bug spray. That's the person coming and doing that. That's all you have to do. Yep. Lena said criticism seems to come with the territory. Yeah. And here's the thing, I don't take advice from peasants. I take advice from the elite, from the best of the best. I pay big bucks for that, big money. So I can't have all these voices around me. So let those voices go and go sit over there and gossip about me, where I lead the planet into deep things. You stay over there. It's like let them babysit the kiddos, the people with the lower consciousness, and you're over here doing deep things. You need some people to take those kind of consciousness away from you. Don't take advice from peasants. Yeah, so criticism from people that have constructive criticism from your people, the people that have done the things that you want to do, they're playing in the big fields. Yeah, that's the feedback we receive. We're like, oh, okay, yes, I can tweak that. I can do that better. Feedback from peasants, no thank you. No thank you. Like, the only way that they should even, like my mom used to say, that the only way that people can be able to get to you is if they pay you and they make an appointment with your assistant. Otherwise, you shouldn't even be hearing. You're busy making money. You're busy making romance. You're busy enjoying your life. You don't have time for peasants. Oh my God, Lena, I think that's gold. She said, when someone, if you wouldn't take advice from them, don't take criticism from them. Yep, exactly. And here I would add to that, if I wouldn't pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars to take their advice, then I'm not going to take their free criticism. Like, no. Everyone has a mouth and they have the mouth to run it. And here's what I've learned. When you are the blueprint, when you are the one, people just want to say your name. Because your name on their mouth, that's the closest that they can ever get to money. That's the closest that they can ever get to wealth. That's the closest that they can ever get to anything. Okay? It's the closest that they can get to bright, shiny, sparkly energy. So let them say it. Let them say it. It's the closest that they're going to get to delicious energy ever in their life is by reciting your name. Let them say it. So I had written this thing to God, and you reminded me of this. So I'm gonna tell you guys. There were I was getting these two dualities we're having in my life. I was getting people saying, you brought me closer to life. You brought me closer to God. You brought me closer to my religion. I wasn't even intended to. I'm not a religious person. I'm a God person, right? And I started getting all these messages. I was like, that's interesting. I was never trying to bring anyone back to their religion. I wasn't trying to convert people to God. But me just being in touch with God did that for them. And then I had a few people saying, like, she always talks about God. How dare she say God and money in the same sentence? Because those people think God is a peasant because they're a peasant, right? That's their consciousness. And so I was journaling one time, and I was like, God, like, some people are triggered because of my relationship with you. Some people are triggered because I say your name. What do you think about that? Should I say your name less? And the reply that came in shook me to my core. I have it written down. I wish I could pull it up, but I'm on my phone live streaming. So I'm going to try to channel it again. I literally have it written down so I can look at it because it shook me so bad. God said, this is the first time in a really, really long time that my name even entered their mouth. They said God, even if it was in spite of you, even if it was because they were angry at you saying it, but they said my name. They needed an excuse to say my name, and they didn't even know it. You became their excuse to say my name. Keep on using my name. Keep on having your relationship with me openly, and let them find you as an excuse to put my name back in their mouth. And I was like, damn, even when people hate me, I'm bringing them closer to God. Even when people are jealous, I'm showing them that they can have everything that they desire. So even hating on me is a gift to humanity. You're welcome. You're so welcome. So if you're gonna say, I hate that bitch, she says God, you just said God. You just said God. You needed a reason to remember him. You are welcome. You are welcome. I have that power to bring people back to God. I really, truly have that power. So even when people are like, I hate her, she says God and money in the same, you just said God and money in the same sentence, just like me. You are welcome. You are welcome. So that just told me, oh my God, even when I think I'm not helping people, I'm helping people. I really am a gift to humanity. Even when I think, oh no, I made that person jealous, I help them. You're welcome. My existence is a gift to humanity. So that is what it looks like to be in alignment with God's work. That even when you are triggering people, you're actually helping them connect back with God. Because even saying the word God, just saying, there's power in that. I just healed them. Through their hatred, I just healed them. That's the power. That's the projector power. Yeah. How can someone come to you for help but not have respect? It's so pathetic. And here's the thing, that's very important. As projectors especially, I think this should be for everyone, but remember, projectors are the blueprint. So we're showing humanity. We're here to show humanity that do not give your power to anyone that cannot respect you. So that's why God created projectors where we have to have respect. We have to have respect. Do not give your power, your wisdom, your work, your light to anyone that cannot respect you. Because the minute you do that, not only do you get bitter, but now you're not showing your people that have been assigned to you what they're capable of. And I'm here to show women that they deserve respect in their life, in their marriage, in their work, in their parenting, in their existence. You deserve respect. So do not let anyone near your work, near your light, that cannot respect you. The minute I do that, I'm actually not serving the people that were assigned to me by God. I'm reading your comments from before. Bug spray, garbage collector. Thank you. I love you, babe. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, nope. We're not doing that anymore. Just because someone else can't metabolize inspiration that you're here to give, that is not your problem. We're not doing that anymore. With you, without you energy. Bye, girls. Go play over there in the child care center. We're over here leading humanity. The thing is that some people, they just need to be able to say your name, because that's the closest that they're ever going to come to God. It's the closest they're ever going to come to sparkly energy. It's the closest that they're ever going to come to health. It's the closest that they're ever going to come to anything of value. You are of value to them. That's why they keep repeating your name. You are the niche. You are it. Yes, keep on focus on your goals, your family's goals. Help your people. There are people assigned to you, I promise. Help those people. Joining this membership and listening to you heals my soul daily. That means a lot to me, Katrina. Thank you, babe. 20 years old from Pakistan. You are my role model. Oh my God, Maria, welcome from Pakistan. Yay. You are of extreme value. Do you advise us to take women back after apologizing? So let me share a story with you. So recently, middle of this year, we had a whole bunch of people sending us nasty emails, threatening my family, threatening me, all kinds of things. 99.9% of them were not people that had ever purchased anything. I had never seen their name. I had never made any contact from them. They were just coming out of nowhere. It was the weirdest thing. But 0.1%, so there were like 5 or 6 people where I was like, wait a minute, this is an actual student. She's bought something from me. They got caught in that loop. So they sent us nasty emails. And then a month or 2 later, they start apologizing. The ones that were actually students, not the other ones. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I want to be back in your community, da 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 da. And I'm so sorry I got caught up in this and this and this. And we said, thank you for apologizing. And they said, well, can we be let back into your community? And we said, absolutely not. And they said, why not? I apologize. I said, yes, and we forgive you. And they said, if you forgive me, why can't I be let back in? It's because those are 2 very different things. And so I need to do a whole training on this. Forgiveness means you're no longer going to receive any energy from me. I'm not thinking about you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not like, why did this woman do this? None of that. It's like, I'm letting you go. Letting you back into my containers, that's a separate conversation. I have a very hard boundary on that. You can read it in my terms and conditions. Those are the boundaries of my business. So when it comes to forgiveness, I'm very easy to dish it out. Like, if you've ever harmed me, consider yourself forgiven. I forgive you. Letting you back into my life, nope. Not because I haven't forgiven you. I have forgiven you. I don't think about you. You are not a part of my consciousness. I'm not mad at you. I love you. I wish you a most beautiful life. But letting you back into my community, that would be a hard no. There's nothing anyone can do to change my mind on that. They tried emailing 50 times. They tried emailing. There's nothing you can do. It's a hard no. It's a boundary. Because you've already shown me that you do not have a center of power, that you get easily swayed by other people's opinions, by people who have nothing to do with my work. They don't know. You are a gossip girl. And you've also shown me that when you are triggered, you are nasty. You threaten my family. You say nasty things. I cannot let you anywhere near my community because these are my people. These are people that God have entrusted in my care. These are people that God trusts me with. I'm here to lead these people, teach these people, walk shoulder to shoulder with these people. No, ma'am, you are not coming near them. That is my responsibility to keep you away. So I think some people don't understand that forgiveness doesn't mean that I'm going to marry you and you're my best friend. No. Forgiveness means you do not exist in my consciousness anymore. But that does not mean you're coming back in, because that's a very important lesson for you to learn. The best thing I can do for those people is teach them the lesson that our decisions, our actions have consequences. Because a lot of people, a lot of women specifically have escaped consequences in their life, and they keep making the same mistake again. The next time that woman is in that situation where someone's gossiping, she's gonna think twice before she burns bridges down. Some of these people try to emotionally blackmail us of like, I don't have anyone except for you, and I'm not gonna be lost without you. Yeah, you should have thought of that before you attacked me, because I cannot trust you near my community anymore. I don't trust you. And remember that my children are a part of my team. So you're asking me that you have shown me that you are a predator and you're asking me to let you back in? Hell no. Hell no. I only need one sign of that, and I love you so much. From there, you are outside the community now. I think people don't know this, and sometimes I think as a teacher, maybe it's my responsibility to teach this more publicly. Forgiveness and letting people back in are 2 different things. They're 2 different conversations. Very different conversations. Thank you, Mina. I manifested your nervous system course after a month of going through nervous system meditations, etc. I brought it at pre-launch and it has been life-giving. Thank you for continuing. You're so welcome, Roxy. I'm so happy that has served you. It's one of my favorite courses. I've never heard of forgiveness described this way. Thank you. Oh my God, Nikki, thank you for saying this. I think this is a big problem that I sometimes have. I think just because I see the world a certain way that everyone else also does, sometimes I forget. And I assume that everyone understands the difference between forgiveness and letting people in. Forgiveness and boundaries are two different things to me. Forgiveness means I've released you. Okay, there's no more karma. I've released you, I've let you go. Boundaries are different. So we have a really strict policy. It's clearly laid out in my terms and conditions on my website that if you act a fool, you are out of my community. Even if you paid for stuff, it's in my contract. You're out with stuff. You do shenanigans, you play games, you're out. But we apologize. Thank you for apologizing. I forgive you. But I should be let back in. No, that goes against my terms and conditions. But can't you change it? No, that's not fair. Those are my boundaries. You're asking me to change my boundaries. That's not what I stand for. I teach women to have boundaries. I would be very much out of alignment if I started making exceptions for you, wouldn't I be? That goes against my word. It goes against my teachings. So absolutely not. Forgive the past and have boundaries for the future. 1000%. Kristen, love the way you put that. Yes. That's a hell yes. Yep. You only need to disrespect me and my community once. And maybe that was the lesson that God wanted to teach them, that when something so amazing arrives that you're like literally writing that you can't live without this community, treat it with respect. Next time that happens to you, you're not going to make that same mistake. I feel like that was worth more than any money you could have spent on courses. That life lesson, maybe you needed to learn that the hard way. You're welcome. I'm glad I showed up and taught you that. Either way, it's a lesson for you to embody. No, absolutely not letting them back in. That would go against for everything I stand for. Yep. I think some people, the closest they can ever get to me is by saying my name. It's the closest they can ever get to God is by saying my name. It's the closest that they can get to money by saying my name. It's the closest they can ever get to being married is by saying my name. And that's not true, but that's what they believe. It's not true. So they're going to waste their precious time and energy saying my name. Keep saying it. Enjoy. You're welcome. I do love my name too. Thank you. Awesome, ladies, and I know Armand's watching and we have other men as well. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I had so much fun today. If there's any other questions, I'll stay for a couple more minutes, but otherwise I will let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Alina is going to be done with school in 15. She has half days on Fridays, so she has like a whole day planned for us every Friday. So I have 15 minutes about. If you guys have any questions about any of the things we talked about, the courses, happy to answer. For those of you guys watching the replay, let me know in the comments that you're watching the replay. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll be making sure that I get to those. Mina, thanks for explaining forgiveness. I'm keeping my boundaries firm. Yes. And the thing is, if you don't respect your boundaries, other people won't respect them. You have to learn to protect your boundaries and respect your own boundaries. Every time we bend the rules, we don't have boundaries anymore. And as women, I feel like, especially in our time, we really need to set the stage for how the future generations and other women get to have boundaries. Thank you, everyone. This was so good. It was so nourishing going into the weekend with this amazing energy. Thank you, everyone, for bringing the high vibes today. Yes. Thank you. Maybe I'll have my team clip that little bit from the forgiveness and maybe we'll turn it into its own video, because I'm realizing that is something we do need to talk about. Thank you, everyone. All right, babes, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a wonderful weekend. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the internet.